What's going on YouTube? This is Ken from Ken's How To's and Reviews, and today I'm going to do a how to tell if your Louis Vuitton is fake or counterfeit. There's a lot of websites, blogs, videos that will tell you there's one surefire way to tell if your Louis Vuitton is fake or real, and I'm here to tell you that's not accurate at all. Louis Vuitton has been making purses and bags and luggage for a long time, and there are various ways of telling if they're real. And sometimes those ways don't work anymore because fakes are getting so good. And just a quick fact, after 2021, Louis Vuitton stopped making heat-stamped origin codes on the inside. They put microchips in the purse so they can just scan it and tell if it's real or not. So that was a way to tamp down on counterfeits. But anything prior to 2021, you're going to have a heat-stamped origin code on the inside of the purse. And obviously there's other ways to tell, quality of the leather, quality of the stitching, the canvas. You're going to have a lot of different ways to tell the quality of the brass material. So let's get into some of the surefire ways of telling that your bag is real. So the first one, and the one that I like to go to the most, is does it have a heat stamped origin code? So you're gonna pull up the zipper bag area here, and you're just gonna have a origin and date code right here. And the date code and origin code are based on where your purse was manufactured. So Louis Vuitton makes purses in France. They have made some in Germany before and other areas. So this tab right here will tell you where it's made. The particular first two letters, SF, means this was France. So I'm not really sure what these other letters are. It could be a date. I haven't really looked into that much, but I do know that SF is for France. So I will add that if your purse does not, or your bag does not have one of these tabs, leather tabs, that doesn't mean it's fake. It just means it might have been removed, cut off, but you can kind of tell if you just peel this back as far as you can go. You could tell if it was cut off or pulled off, but it doesn't necessarily mean it's not real. It just means that it was removed, but that's a good indicator. The second thing that I like to look at is this logo here. So this has been heat stamped on. That had been heat stamped on as well, but this has been heat stamped on, and all that means is there's just a mechanical piece of machinery that has Louis Vuitton Paris. They stamp it onto here. It's very neat and orderly. You can tell it's very centered. It's very crisp. You can define each letter. The T's are not touching. The O's are very spherical. It's very round, but your bag is going to have the registered trademark here on the first line. It's going to have an all caps Louis Vuitton Paris always, and it's going to have where the origin was in lowercase. So made in lowercase, France in capital, obviously, because it is a place. So that's a very good indicator. The other thing you want to take a look at is you want to look at your hardware. Like I said before, is your hardware, does it look real? The human eye can kind of tell. Is your brass work sturdy? Are these zippers sturdy? We can kind of tell, our brain can tell us, man, that kind of looks cheap or it looks fake. So I know that sounds kind of silly, but it's very true. So another thing is this stitching in here on your leather. Some counterfeits will make this stitching extremely yellow. It's almost like a big bird yellow. And Louis Vuitton is very, it's a pale yellow. It's crisp, but it's not, in your face yellow. So that is one, that's a big indicator, is this yellow thread here. There, you can tell your brass work there. Another fake indicator is the kind of solution that they put on the edge of the leather. On fake purses or bags, that is going to be almost like a plasticky liner on, you can see it on cheap belts sometimes, that they'll put like a plastic coating on this. Louis Vuitton, this is actually a chemical. It's like a sealant, so it's not plastic at all. It's just a colored brownish sealant. So it's not overly red or pink. It's just a quick sealing of the leather on the outside. A lot of fakes will actually have plastic, red plastic on this outside, so that's a good indicator as well. But those are some of the easy ways to tell. And if you like what you see, feel free to like and subscribe. Feel free to comment, and we'll see you next time.